Time now for Money Monday, and our next guest is the longtime manager of NBA superstar Kevin Durant. They both founded 35 Ventures, the umbrella company for all of their business interests across sports, tech, and media, including their own media entity, Boardroom. And today, he is here to break down the basics behind crypto. Please, everyone, welcome Rich Kleiman. Thank you so much for being with us, Rich.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so that sounds like a very large and complicated organization, 35 Ventures. Tell me how you came together with Kevin to create this and what your intentions are.
Yeah, I mean, I've been managing Kevin on and off the basketball court for 10 years, but it wasn't until about 5 years ago that we both kind of realized that we wanted something that was ours, something that we could build and that our grandkids hopefully one day could run. So when we originally started, it was just to house all of our business interests. And today, 5 years later, we have a early stage venture fund with over 80 companies in it. We started a sports business network, Boardroom. Obviously, I still manage Kevin, his foundation, and his Nike business, and then we've had a handful of scripted and non-scripted TV and film projects. So we have a series on Apple called Swagger. We had a short film that won an Oscar last year, Two Distant Strangers, and we have an upcoming documentary on Showtime called Point Guard. So it's a lot, but it's all authentic to us, and I think that's what makes it much easier to do all.
Yeah, congratulations on all of that success. It is incredible. And you're here to talk a little bit about, we're hearing all so much about cryptocurrencies and how to get into the market, how to invest. We hear Bitcoin, we hear Ethereum. Just give us the 101 right now on it for people who don't quite understand what it is.
Well, I think that's a good way of asking the question, because before you go and invest in it, most importantly would be time to educate yourself. I don't think everyone should feel this FOMO of missing out on these incredible stories that they've heard, and really just start to learn about it. And I think the simplest way to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum is to look at Bitcoin like a digital gold, and something that there's a finite amount, so it's going to go up in value in time. There'll be dips, there'll be some volatility, but it's a long-term hold. If you want to look at Ethereum, it has way more of a utility. You really want to look at that more like digital cash, something that you can buy and sell things within a community. But again, feel no rush to get into it, but I would feel rushed to learn about it.
That's a good way to put it. And speaking of learning about things, this new, well, it's not that new, but we're hearing more and more about it, the Metaverse.
Yes.
What is the Metaverse?
The Metaverse. Well, I guess it's also called Web3. I think because Facebook changed the name of their company, it's confused some people to think that it's only virtual reality. But ultimately, Web 1 was this still shot that we could look at. Web 2 evolved into something that we could upload pictures to, upload videos to, we could interact with the community, but it was owned by the tech company. Web 3 is a community that we can all be a part of, that we can own, that we can all have a say in, and that we can all buy and sell and create experiences in. And I think in the kind of simplest terms, that's the way to look at the Metaverse. And then once you've, again, educated and entered, there's so many new things you'll learn and ways to kind of take advantage of it.
That is the best, most simplest way I've heard anyone describe all of those things. So,
Wow.
I mean, that was really an incredible learning tool, and perhaps the beginning of other people going in deeper. Something else that, I mean, I've even asked this, over the last few months. Wait, NFT, people are paying how much for what? We're hearing about Eminem paying $500,000 for a Bored Ape. Explain NFTs, their value, and where we may be headed in that world.
Yeah, I mean, think about a Jackson Pollock painting, right? Splattered paint on a canvas that people have paid millions of dollars for. And ultimately, there was a narrative behind it. There was an artist, a storyline, and the timing. And so much of that is what an NFT is about. It's a digital collectible. So you have to think about everything that you've thought about in the physical and the arbitrage around collectibles, and the same arbitrage exists in the digital. So an NFT is a collectible. I think trying to recreate Bored Ape or trying to recreate CryptoPunks is going to be impossible. It was a moment in time, but for anyone, for Good Morning America, for our company, 35 Ventures, having an NFT that you can offer your fans and offer your community to unlock different experiences. So in the Good Morning America Metaverse, you could buy something that allows them to come on the set to meet the two of you, and that would be an NFT that you bought. So again, it's tough to wrap your head around it when you think about it in a practical sense. But when you also think about collectibles in the physical, the arbitrage, a baseball card, a piece of cardboard this big, all of that is the same. But the idea that you have a record, a smart contract of who owns it, brings ultimate value to it.
I still can't quite get my head around people paying millions of dollars for homes they can't actually live in, though.
Yes, I'm still wrapping my head around that too, but I think the idea is like, let me plant this real estate here where something's gonna happen in the future. Wow. I just don't know yet.
I'm glad that I'm with you on that one, Elise. All right, Rich, thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure. And to hear more from Rich, you can check out his podcast. It's called Out of the Office, available on Boardroom. We really appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.